What's good people? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're going to be talking about another spectacular episode of Loki. So I'm going to do my best to do a recap and review, but honestly, truthfully, I just want to rant and rave about how good of an episode this was. I definitely didn't know this show could go to some of the dark places that it went here in episode 4. You have Renslayer, who kills Dox and her whole little crew in the most terrifying way imaginable. Like, we knew it was possible. We saw foreshadowing of this stuff earlier in the season, but it was used as like a torture tactic. We definitely knew our main protagonist, Loki, would not go all the way with crushing someone to death. But here, Renslayer crushes people to death, and it's wild. We also have the reveal of Renslayer, the character, being arm in arm and right next to Kang, being a top character in Kang and He Who Remains plans to kind of conquer time and have this place set for them at the end of time. And I thought that was different. Never saw that coming. Also very cool that he kind of turned on her and wiped her mind and wiped everyone at the TVA's minds kind of all at once. So that's different. I really want to know the backstory on Mobius now at this point, because he's never looked into his variants timelines and where he was plucked from. That stuff was really cool to get the reveal on, and I just want to know more about him now and what role that he played with He Who Remains, and like what were the lives of all these people in the TVA before they got plucked from what they got plucked from and their minds wiped by He Who Remains. Miss Minutes is the devil. Like, I never thought I would say that about that character, but she does appear to be evil. Like, she had some real dark moments, and in the crushing part of the moments where Renslayer was crushing people to death, like, she was the one who went to the machine and turned it on, and like, she didn't wince away. She watched this happen without any kind of issue. Like, it was crazy that they went that far, and she was just fine with it. We get some real important emotional moments and dialogue between Loki and Sylvie, and I thought that was cool that you have Loki kind of being the person pushing for hope and wanting Sylvie to be hopeful and like encouraging her to go through the hard thing. And then him reminding her, like, hey, we are gods. Like, I am the god of mischief. You know, I'm God in this situation. So yes, I can be benevolent and I can be hopeful and I can push for all those things. Very cool stuff to see him take on that role, and even identified in Thor when Thor came back from Earth. Like, I thought it was weakness, but no, this is the hard road to take to be the hero. So real cool stuff from Loki, real deal character growth that we get to witness here. Curveballs in this episode, things that I just did not expect to happen. So we get the bromance between OB and Victor Timely. I thought that was really cool, very nice. The demise of Victor Timely, totally unexpected. I thought he would have a big moment in this episode. I thought he would actually come through and partially save the day and be like really useful in that way. And he walked out and disintegrated. It was insane. And like, my jaw dropped. I didn't know what to do. And then you get the end of the episode where it ends with the loom exploding and basically everything is reset or everything is done. All slates have been wiped clean. But before you got there, you have Loki in the elevator and Sylvie opening the door. So once Sylvie went into the elevator, I knew instantly, oh, we're finally gonna get the reason as to why he saw Sylvie in the elevator and who pruned Loki. I had no idea, no inclination that Loki pruned Loki. And immediately after he pruned himself, I thought there's probably a swap that took place off camera, and he sent himself back, is what I believe occurred. Like, I think Loki sent a different version of Loki back to kind of reset the time skipping. I think that's where they were in episode 1 when he got pruned and then sent back right on time. If that's what happened, it would make the trailer for next week make a lot more sense, because I am the type of person, when I saw this episode close, I immediately skipped through all the credits so I can make sure if there was any kind of in-credit scenes, post-credit scenes alluding to something that may be happening. And then once that was not there, I jumped online and I looked for the promo for next week. I had to see it to see what would go on with these characters and with this show, because this is a weird ending to have on your 4th episode of a 6 episode run. Looking at the promo for next week and kind of looking ahead, we see the time slipping return. And like Loki's all over the place, and he's using the time slipping to his advantage now, trying to figure out the best way to undo what has been done. So it's a lot to track, but it's coming together quite well. I really, really enjoy it. If someone had told me earlier in this year, like, this Loki series is going to be the best Marvel thing that you've seen, probably since Shang-Chi, I would say, nah, you can't be serious. Like, there's going to be multiple projects that are at high levels or above, and we just haven't seen that. But here with Loki, we've seen the highest level of MCU stuff. Just the fact that the stakes are as high as they are, and this show, the way it has been designed, can impact other properties. Like, this could impact the next film that we see. This could impact the next Avengers film that we see, like 2 or 3 movies away. It's cool. It's really cool, and it's well done. It gives off the vibe of being very intricately designed and planned out perfectly. Something that a lot of the other Marvel projects just have been lacking, honestly. Like I think specifically to like Black Panther, like, you had an idea, you have the Chadwick thing happen, and then now it doesn't feel the same anymore. And it's like the plan cannot be followed. You tried, but you couldn't do exactly what you wanted. With Loki here, without any production issues, everybody's healthy, alive, and here, and things are just moving the way you planned for them to move. It just seems as though everything is coming together in a flawless way, where we just didn't see that with Ant-Man, and we just didn't see that with Thor: Love and Thunder, and all the other things that have been out, like She-Hulk, and all those things just didn't come together well. This is coming together great. And that's my ultimate thought after watching that episode. Stakes, love them. I can't wait for next week's episode, and I would love to hear any of your thoughts in relation to it in the comment section. And that's all we have for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.